Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for the quarterfinals of the Vancouver Sevens. This is going to be an exciting contest. Fiji versus Argentina, a game that could easily go either way. Both sides having good sevens tournaments so far. Should be exciting to see how it does end up going. But for the Argentines in their starting lineup, it will be Santiago Alvarez, Luciano Gonzalez, Rodrigo Isgro, Matthias Azatsuk, also, Marcos Maneta, he came off the bench in the last match, instead gets to start this one. Thomas Elizalde, the youngster who actually managed to have quite the impact in their last match, and also Palandini there at number 14. Then for the Fijians, it will be Joshua Vakunarabili, Tavita Dalgunu, also Bathitharinga, Waisia Nathunu, Jerry Tuai, Ioani Teba, and also Logan Amasi, the last man in their side. Now, Fiji have had a bit of a mixed bag tournament. I said that they've been playing well, and that is pretty much based off what we've seen more recently from the Fijians. In their first game, they were successful. In their second, they lost to Uruguay, which is a game that they well and truly want to put behind them. And that's the only South American side that the Fijians want to lose to in this sevens competition. Argentina, certainly not on that list, but both sides having good benches, both sides excited, full of passion, full of pride. And this is going to be an absolutely awesome game. So far, Argentina undefeated, getting themselves the wins over Japan, France, and South Africa. Fiji, they had a little bit of a mistake up against the Uruguayans, but then were able to fight back and win their game up against Great Britain in their final game of the group stage. Go Fiji, go. Toso Viti Toso says it was there from DK. Let's go. Viti says Nasal Juan is going for Argentina. Go Fiji, go from Mary Walesi in there. And Fiji need to contest, and possession is the game. Otherwise, forget the cup, says Jamesa. Very well put. The position in this game is going to be so important for these two sides. Whoever has more of it will probably walk away as the victors in this contest. But we are in Vancouver on the Astro turf, which makes it just a little bit less fun to slide on, which is why you will see the players all wearing the tape over the knees and some with the tape over the elbows to stop them from getting the grass burn. Fiji all the way. There's a Viniana, but it will be the Fijians kicking off from right to left in this contest. And the quarterfinal of the Vancouver Sevens is now underway. Yeah, Waisia Natungu kicking off, trying to get it just the 10 meters and does just that, but it is slapped back by Rodrigo Isgro, picked up well by Palandini, wrestled down by Bathitharinga. Penalty straight away goes the way of Fiji, who is the ref for this game. Hopefully they zoom in on him a little bit more. Oh, he looks familiar, but I can't think of his name, unfortunately. Where's the ref from? Says Amina. Forget about the ref, though, because I know that you always look at the ref and you go, if Fiji are winning, it's because the ref is good. If Fiji are losing, it's because the ref is bad. We'll forget the ref completely in this game. Let's see what Fiji can do outside of that, because they've got the skill and the talent to be able to go far. And Fijian Sevens coach, still green, lacks coaching expertise in the big games. Players aren't the issue, more the tactics and strategies, says DK. And also Fly Fiji, says Calicito. And there, hopefully I said that correctly. And Tui Thakal has said Tosaviti there as well. But the scrum feed will be for Fiji inside of the Pumas territory. Argentina wins, says Juan. Now Jerry Tuai about to put the ball in for Fiji. And it has been put in eventually. It took a little while, and it's actually going to become. Okay, make sure both your arms are outside of the scrum. I think Jerry Tuai actually going with a little bit of a unique tactic of putting his arm through one of his front rower's legs to then make it easier to hook the ball back. So they have said make sure both of your arms go straight through the middle. Toso Viti Toso, says Amira there. Fiji, 28% of their tries throughout the Sevens series has come from a quick tap. The set piece also just behind it. They are very strong at getting that ball in and out of a set piece. Great step from Jerry Tuai, the experienced veteran, strikes between the posts early in this quarterfinal. And now Fiji will take a 7-0 lead. Go Fiji, go. There's Amira there as well. And you can see that Jerry Tuai, even though he's one of the oldest players for Fiji, or in fact, the oldest player for the Fijians, he still has a huge amount of support every time he makes his way out onto the field. And Jerry Tuai goes straight through will get himself a good try there. And he'll be very happy with that one, I would think. There either way, Fiji will win. There's a meta there. Good early try to have. And this matchup didn't take too long at all, though, for Fiji to be able to convert into the points on the board. Like I mentioned, the successful conversion. These two sides are right up there in the rankings. Fiji, fourth on the World Series circuit at the moment. Los Pumas sitting in second. Argentina, they've certainly got plenty to prove in this game. They've been strong. I remember their games. They've been in Samoa in the past. They've been in South Africa. They have been in a lot of these top sides. But Fiji is sometimes a bit more of their bogey team. Azad hits it back onto the side of the Pumas. Luciano Gonzalez, tackled by Ioane Teba. Now Palandini, Isgro goes across to the left. Marcos Maneta, nice inside ball to Isgro. Who is a hard by Ioane Teba, possibly hit a little bit late now. Ball on the outside to Luciano Gonzalez. Cuts on the inside and then on the outside again. Then on the inside. He's just going in a step in motion of back, forth, back, forth. Now Marcos Maneta tries to snipe around the side of the breakdown. Unable to do so, passes it off to the young number 22. Almost went through. That is Elizalde. Now Isgro, 5 meters out from the line. Once again, the Fijians looking to get the turnover in the breakdown, but Uzutsok with the big fend, he's over. And Argentina get themselves another try in this contest. Ben Gollings was a great sevens player in his day. Still a green coach, lacks vital experience still, says DK. And also we have got there, go Fiji, go, says Premilla there. But it was great hands from Argentina to keep that ball in position for long enough. The Fijians, they were putting in some big hits throughout that play. Argentina, they had to kind of roll with those punches, get through the big shots, and then eventually Azad was able to break his way over the try line and score it for the Pumas. Fiji now want to try and get themselves another try. Get back into the lead with the successful kick. It will be 7-all now. Argentina chomping at the bit to try and get out of this match with themselves a victory. Now we'll quickly look at the way that the semi-final picture opens up at the moment. So far, we know that Great Britain are in the fifth place semi-final. France have made it through to the semi-finals, and at this stage, France will be taking on the winner of New Zealand versus Australia. The winner of this game goes on to face either USA or Ireland. Those are the two teams that could show up in their semi-final. And of course, the loser of this game will face the loser of Ireland versus USA. Jerry Tuwai tried his best to slap that one back onto the side of Fiji, and I think he might have taken quite a hard landing there. Or Tuwai ended up staying down for a little bit up until getting back up and go Argentina. Argentina wins, says Juan, and Fiji says Premilla, and come on, Fiji says DK. Now it looks like Logan Amasi back up on his feet. Good to see. He did have a bit of an injury too. Very strong individual and someone who has got potential of being in the starting lineup in the future for the Fijians. They're kind of going with a bit of a rotisserie side at the moment. Manueli Mai-Samoa not starting in this match. Bukayaro also going to be coming off the bench as a late injection player. Another nice step from the young number 22. Lofty pass through the legs. Goes out to Marcos Maneta, who now has to cut backwards. Vakuna Billy's lining up. You don't want that to happen, and he's managed to just avoid him. Having to run backwards to go forwards here, Maneta. Great wide cutout pass to Luciano Gonzalez, who now is once again trying to break his way through. And Maneta, he's dangerous. Could be right on the verge of getting another. And Rodrigo Esdro goes on the inside to Marcos Maneta. And he will get his second. Be quiet, says George. They are actually in the other room doing Super Rugby, ladies and gentlemen. I'm probably a bit loud. At the moment, who's winning those, says Martha. At the moment, it is the Argentines who are winning this competition or winning this matchup at the moment. Sitting 12 points to 7 up. And what's the point? So it is currently 12 points to 7. Currently 7-all at the time of seeing that one. And then now it is sitting 12 points to 7. And also we have got there, into the chat, go Fiji, says Gareth. And morning from South Africa, bro. It's a bit late again. But I'm here, says Dads. Do appreciate you being here, mate. And yeah, hopefully you have had a pretty good day. We are going back to Super Rugby straight after this live stream, ladies and gentlemen. Against the Pumas, possession, set pieces, and defense is key, says DK there as well. Marcos Maneta sneaking up on the series tries. He's sitting on 23. Few behind Pino Maliko, who's right there at the top. And points, please, says Martha. 14 points to 7, right next to me again. Argentina, they have got themselves the slight lead by the 7 points, and they will kick off once again. Come on, Fiji. Says Viniana, Jerry Tuwai. Sells the dummy, gets wrestled down by Azutsuk. Looks like there is a chance that Fiji will either be going into halftime drawing or going into halftime 7 points down. Nathungu goes for the step again. As I watch Super Rugby, that's better than this. Says Better Blaze. And there you are, Super Rugby is better, bro. Says Chuck the Woke. I am returning to that Super Rugby stream in not too much time. Hopefully, you guys are going to still be watching that one. Now, Vakurra Billy. Nice ball on the outside. Goes across to Jerry Tuwai. Another step on the inside. Azachuk drags him down. Now it is the big man, Logana Masi. Like he could have had an injury earlier on in the half, but did get back up. Did well. Jerry Tuwai. Back across to Waisiana Tungu. Another offload to Jerry Tuwai. It's the halftime siren. I don't think Fiji are the type of side to kick this ball out without having one last crack at the defensive line of Argentina. The last thing I want, though, is to give away a penalty, which could lead to Argentina managing to get themselves the try. And Mike's back, says the poor. And also enjoy your image coverage. Yours is like the rock pushed uphill, says Gareth. It's going to be put into touch. And now there's a knock on halftime in this match. 14 points to 7 in favor of the Argentinians. Come on, Fiji. Come on, Fiji. Says Calistio. Or Calicito. Hopefully I've said that correctly. And I am says Vinny. Welcome in. Why we watch this guy, Mum and Georgia are better. Says Badger Blaze. Hopefully you've got them open in the other tab then. And yes, obviously, Mum and Dad for game 2, says Gareth. And Argentina for the win, says 5th game. Well, we have got this overlap. This is probably about the only overlap that we've got for the Sevens this week, I believe. So we'll have to see what happens in the future weeks. Perhaps we can get a bit more of the Mumsy and Dad commentary together. Currently, Fiji sitting on 4th on the World Sevens circuit, like I mentioned. 2nd for Argentina, both sides making 6 tackles in that first half. Line breaks, 2 for the Pumas, 1 for the Fijians. And Vamos Argentina, says the poor. And there. And yeah, so far they've been looking pretty decent, Argentina, in this matchup. What we'll quickly do is go like this and like this. There we go. So what we will be able to do is at the end of this live stream, I'll be able to give you guys the link to go straight over to that Super Rugby one. If it's too confused, says Amira. You can't always blame the ref, Amira, unfortunately. Like, I don't think the referee's done anything wrong in this matchup. In fact, he's hardly given away any penalties to either side. Nice to see big games international commentary. There's Gareth. Good cheer, Rabua. And Vamos, says Vif Game. And there in Fiji all the way, says Viniana. And Argentina, let's go. And Argentina with the fire, like when New Zealand didn't suck. There's Gareth there. But currently 19 minutes away from New Zealand in action, up against the Australians. That will be an exciting contest. When it does take place, we can see them both warming up in the background. Reese Longbottom getting ready. And leave the ref alone. The coach is Coach Gollings. There's DK. Yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? Because I think some people sometimes do go a little bit too quickly to the referee rather than what's going on with their team. Like they have dropped the ball a few times throughout this matchup. That has made it difficult for them to be able to retain possession here, Fiji. There, or go there quick, guys, says Better Blade. So that is the link to our Super Rugby live stream that we will be joining back with straight after this matchup is finished. But we've still got another 7 minutes remaining of this quarterfinal. Argentina taking on the Fijians, a spot in a semi-final up against either the Irish or the USA. Palandini now kicks it off, just travels the 10 meters and brilliantly taken by Rodrigo Isgro, but he has dropped the ball and now Fiji have been able to take it back. And I'm a bit not sure about this game, Rabua. And there, as I says, it was there from Vinny. And the knock on by Argentina is being overlooked, and the interception by Argentina, no yellow card. Fiji did that. Says Amira there. Edlingira is currently sitting 3-all at the moment. And also George, balls up, didn't need, says Gareth. George's balls up close, didn't need, says Gareth. What's he been doing? I can't see that stream at the moment. Go Fiji, go. There as well. Currently 6 minutes remaining in the second half. Palandini able to feed that ball in now for Argentina. Looking to go off to the right-hand side. They have got numbers here as well, and it looks like it will be none other than the number 9, Azutsuk. He's been everywhere at the moment, but Fiji. Oh, turnover there. Argentina tried to kick that ball away, trying to milk that yellow card, and they did say no. And Rambo doing a good job in Fiji, cleaning up the 16 years of mess Vanaka. There's DK. Let's go Fiji, says Ura there as well. Come on, Fiji, says Paul. Everyone's going for the Fijians by the sounds of it. We've got a few supporting the Argentines in this matchup as well. But yeah, we will have to wait and see who will be making their way through to the next stage of the competition. Argentina once again have got the quarterfinal. Argentina player kicked the ball, no yellow card. That is because it was his team who had the ball rather than the other there, Amira. If it was the Fijian player or if it was Argentina kicking away the ball when the Fijian player had the ball, they would have given the yellow card. But because it was his own ball, they don't give the yellow card. And this guy won something, says Mustafa. I'm not sure what that part means, the last one. I know how to say it, but I don't know what it means, so I'm not going to read it out just in case. 5.5 minutes left in this matchup. Ball fed in by Pellandini. Nicely taken. Now Argentina going off to the left-hand side, looking to break through the line. Luciano Gonzalez doing well. Enjoying the commentary, says Gareth. Why isn't it coming up on Sky? Couldn't find it on there. It's on Sky Sports Select, believe it or not. It's a bit weird. Oh, it's a drop ball for Marcos Maneta. That would have been an easy try for him, but it wasn't able to stick in the hand. But yeah, you will be able to find it on Sky Sports Select if you're here in New Zealand, rather than Sky Sport 1, where it was originally supposed to be. Fiji lack of upper body strength, says Hone there. Which team are you supporting, says Fifth Game? I love watching both of these sides play. The one thing that can be certain when watching these two sides playing, you're going to see both sides put 110% into what they do. They're going to play exciting rugby. They're going to play passionate rugby, and the fans are going to support them the whole way through, which is something that's absolutely awesome about both of these teams. Whoever wins goes on to face either Ireland or the USA, depending on who ends up winning their quarterfinal fixture. That will be at 6:05 PM New Zealand time. Now Fiji, they will be able to feed this ball in now. Why does it come up on Sky Sport 1? So if you are going Sky Sport 1, it's actually channel 50 rather than channel 51. So oh, sorry, yeah, doesn't come up on Sky Sport 1. So yeah, hopefully it is the one that you are able to find with Sky Sports Select. And go Fiji, go play your natural game. Yeah, we haven't seen really any offloads from Fiji, although it has been a lack of possession for them in this matchup. Nice run forward from, is that Filippo Bucayaro? Surely not. No, it is instead Buffy Tharinga. Nice ball on the inside. This is the Fijian style that we all know and love, but great hustle from Marcos Maneta to make the Fijians panic. Buffy Tharinga goes over the top. Natungu, nice step on the inside. Now offloaded to Buffy Tharinga. He'll be getting tired. He's had to run a long distance. Offload on the outside to my son Moa. My son Moa gets it down. It looked hesitant for a second. I thought he was going to put it dead. Fiji, too many big men. If you can spread them side to side and starve them, the ball goes a long way to get in the W, says War 1. And that is something that I really enjoy when you see the likes of a Bukiyato or a My Son Mo. They've gone with those guys off the bench in this game rather than in the starting lineup, but it actually helps their side out a lot. Someone also like a Talatholo. I know he's a big man, but he's a limber and quite a agile big man, rather than someone like a Vakunarabili who adds so much to the team. But if you have too many Vakunarabilis, sometimes you don't have that extra bit of pace. No, Speedster in the Fijian team says, Amira, I mean, Filippo Bucayaro is pretty quick. They haven't actually put him out on the field yet. And Argentina wins. Says Juan, that is a brilliant conversion, though, from the Fijians. Will make the score now 14-14. And Fijians' natural game is vital. Needs to be left alone, says DK. And go Fiji, go, says Ura. Yeah, I feel like to a certain extent, you will never end up with a completely structured Fiji rugby side. And that's not a bad thing, because if you try and structure a side that's unpredictable, you take away their unpredictability. Now, Marcos Maneta, nice pass on the outside to now it will be Fraha. Thought about the offload on the inside, finds her main Schultz. Now Marcos Maneta, good tackle made on him by Jerry Tuwai. Schultz with the offload. In fact, with the fend instead. Now one more pass out to Pellandini going for the quarter. Rodrigo Isgro, 5 meters out from the line. He's put the ball down though. Oh, one of the Argentines taking a bit of a dive. I don't think they'll be too happy with that. The Fijian supporters. I just tuned back to see your folks and George taking over the Blues Brumbies stream. I thought since when did Hamish have his channel hijacked in a week? Or twice in a week, says Connor. Yeah, we will be popping back with them in only a few minutes' time. Hopefully, they have been enjoying it. Both of my parents ended up on that live stream. No, just my mum and George at this point, I do see. Yeah, my dad, I'm not sure whereabouts he's ended up. He lurking somewhere, I'm sure. The Fijians with 2 minutes left, if they score another try, they'll go through. If Argentina score another try, they will go through. That is how close this game could end up being, going down to the wire. They can go to golden point time if need be, if they're both still on 14 at the end of the match. Let's go, Team Fiji, says Ura. And also, here come Fiji, says Daz. They are 5 meters out from their line. And both of your parents were fun. Thumbs up, says Gareth there. Now, going to be the scrum feed here for Fiji. Argentina, you'd say that they probably have the stronger bench to a certain extent in terms of well-known players. Change Fendi team can't make it, says Mustafa. Now, great step from Jerry to White, but when a team needs a leader, it's normally one of the veterans who step up. He's trying to run as quick as he can to White, but the legs just aren't quite doing it for him. 50 meters out. Nathungu now, round the side of the breakdown, breaking the line, finding another offload. This time it is actually going to be their number 15, Vakadanu's been penalized for not releasing on the ground. And Argentina more than likely will kick this one down the field. And Tosa Vititoso, there's Waisaki in there as well. Penalties conceded so far, 2 apiece between the two teams, getting closer and closer to the result, closer to closer to heartbreak for one of these two sides. They have put everything out there on the line at the moment. Seen some big hits from the Fijians. We've seen some great defense from Argentina, including that Marcos Maneta line break, or that tackle that he made when the Fijians had their line break. Come on, Fiji, says Rapi. And also, whoever scores next will likely go to the semi final. Exactly right. He didn't cover Spain versus Portugal, says Gareth. Spain versus Portugal in the football? Is that the one we're talking about? I know that Spain played the USA, and then Spain would have had a more recent game in the sevens as well, didn't they? Nicely taken there by Luciano Gonzalez for the Argentines. This is almost a case of with 30 seconds left, next try wins. Now going back across, kicked him behind for Marcos Maneta. The ball goes dead. Are you missing second tier Euro games? Says Gareth. That is because they don't actually really show them too much here in New Zealand. Plus, we do still need to sleep at some point. And as much as I'd love to be able to watch every single game, I'm currently running off only 4 hours of sleep anyway. So, it's a bit tricky. Come on, Fiji. And also Malo Hamish, Fatamalosi, Fiji. There's King T, and come on, Fiji. Tosa Viti Toso. So that ball has gone dead. So it will be a scrum for the Fijians or a 22 dropout. They've decided for the scrum. Come on, Fiji. Fiji Bitter. Fiji Water. DK's listing everything that he can think of that involves Fiji in the name. Now, marking the line in the turf, the scrum for the Fijians. They will have to go 80 meters to be able to get themselves to the try line. But it is not over yet. E.g. Georgia versus Romania, says Gareth. Once again, just the time zones. And it's just more of the case of I do need to try and sleep at some point. As much as it may seem like I can go for hours and hours and hours, last weekend we did about 30 something hours of live streaming. I was still relatively wide awake. Still should find some sleep along the way. But Fiji, now we've heard the full-time siren, which means if no one scores off this play, we go to golden point. Now trying to go down the wing. Marcos Maneta makes the tackle on the young Fijian Rasaku. Wrestles him down as well. Good pressure being put on in the breakdown. 22 meters out, Fiji with the no-look pass. That is risky. Nice stepping in from Jerry Tuwai. Might have been a bit high in the tackle. Twice, in fact, from Argentina. Also, we have got there implies, says Gareth. Kiwi implies, or Kiwi lads implies more than one, says Gareth. Have you seen that we're doing 2 streams at the moment, Gareth? And come on, boys. There's Avishal there. Right, Fiji have got the option of being able to kick it to touch. But I've also got the benefit of I'm the only one of the Kiwi lads who doesn't have a full-time weekly job, Gareth. So you got to think about that as well. Like they're all working, doing their own thing, earning money while I'm sitting here doing my commentary in a dark room. Lucky I've got lights. 30 seconds remaining now. Gonna be another Fijian scrum. Well, sorry, not 30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds over the full time. They are going to continue going. Now, Jerry Tuwai. Pushing into each other's. Parents are there, also working full-time job, Gareth. And with the games being in the middle of the night, No one's really too keen on covering them. Hire me for a few seconds. If you've been banned on your main account, Gareth, I don't think that's a very good idea. Now back across to the right-hand side here, the Fijians. One more pass from it was Logan Amasi. Thinking about the passing option. Now Ioane Teba inside ball. It's going to be a knock-on advantage against the Fijians. Argentina now have the last crack in this game. If they put this ball down, then we will be going to golden point time. The advantage is now over. Taken down there on the halfway line. Argentina going back across to the right. Luciano Gonzalez. Now after Palandini, there's another advantage in favour of Argentina, and they will go back for the original penalty. And it's a double blow of the whistle and a yellow card to one of the Fijians. That will mean now that they will have to play with less men on the field if they end up going to the golden point time. And that's really going to hurt the Fijians in this case. 14 points to all. Last minute yellow card. I believe it was against who was that who ended up giving it away. It was one of the late shots. I believe that might have been Ranivalu, was it? No, it was actually Vaka Duranu, one of the new players. Hello, so I make a new account after 3 months. Get accepted and no difference. There's Gareth. And there as well. I mean, every once in a while, you still say some controversial stuff, Gareth. Vaka Duranu off the field now, meaning that Fiji will be playing with six. Fiji clutch, please, says Avishal. And come on, Fiji, don't say you need Marika Vunibaka back. And shame ref, can't see wrongs of Argentina, says Amira. He's still penalised Argentina quite a few times. In fact, the penalty count, I believe, is even at this point, Amira, in the match. So he has penalised both sides just as much as the other. Can't always blame the ref if things go wrong. That is one thing you'll learn as a player, as a supporter. If you don't blame the referee, it can seem a lot more meaningful when you get victories. Now Fraha goes back across again to the right-hand side. Argentina with the skip pass out to Izutsuk. Right on the verge of getting themselves another try here. Wide cut-out pass for Argentina. Marcos Maneta pins the ears back, scores the try. And 2 minutes after the full-time siren, Marcos Maneta has scored the try. But you, so have many of your mods, says Gareth. Well, you abused one of the mods not too long ago. So who do you think I'm going to side with? That is the try, though, to Argentina that gets them the win in this matchup. They will be going through to the next stage of this contest. Fiji will be facing up against the loser of USA versus Ireland tomorrow morning. We will be covering that one on the channel as well, ladies and gentlemen. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But right at the last minute, Marcos Maneta, a big match player. He got the nickname Marcos Money Maneta. And also we have got there, but I enjoy yourself. Small town guy making it support, says Gareth. And yes, Argentina, says Asai. And change the Fiji team, says Mustafa. Win or lose, you are still our chance. Much love, says Khaleesi. See, that's the attitude that I love seeing. And I know that a lot of Fijians feel the exact same way. They've always said win, lose, or draw. Fiji, they're the side that we go for. They're the side we're passionate about, and we're going to back the boys no matter what the result is. And we know that they're going to fire back bigger than ever. And that it's going to possibly be the case with this Fijian side, just taking a little bit more time to gel, be able to find their rhythm as a collective unit and go home, Fiji, drink bitter. The Pumas, says Gareth, and Vamos, says Marcelo. And Argentina, says Emmanuel there. And better luck next time, Fiji. Well done, boys, says Primilla. And there as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are keen to hear a little bit more of our commentary, we have got a Super Rugby matchup that is currently taking place between the Blues and the Brumbies. We will be throwing ourselves straight back over to that one. Here is the link for anyone who does want to check it out. And yeah, I will be joining back up with that live stream not too far away in about 1 minute's time. And then we will be ready to go for some more action. But like I mentioned, the winner of this game, which is Argentina, will go on to face up against either Ireland or the USA. New Zealand versus Australia, only a couple minutes away from kicking off. I think that's the quickest I've ever swallowed water. That was like a big one. Put the link in the chat then. I did. Just look a couple comments above you, Gareth, and you will be able to see it. I'll put it again, though, just for the ones who weren't able to see it for the first time. And thanks, Aaron, says King T, and Argentina wins, says Juan. And there as well. And Argentina not crying but laughing, says Abe Tico. Yeah, at the end of the day, it was an extremely close fixture going right down to the wire. And then in the end, Argentina, 2 minutes after the full-time siren, able to get the try with Marcos Mineta, Fiji bottlers. There's Creeper Reigns, although they've got such a young side, in some regards, like a few of these guys, Ranivalu, Risaku, Vakadanu, all these type of guys, Logan Amasi, Patita Ringe, even to a certain example, hasn't really been in the side for that long at all. I think that's what's really maybe costing Fiji a little bit. But the thing with sevens is normally if you struggle for the first couple weeks, then you get a chance a few weeks later to redeem yourselves, and I think Fiji may be able to do that when we head to either Hong Kong or one of the future leagues that I've got just around the corner. Vamos, Argentina. There's the big V8 show. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to check out that next live stream. Like I mentioned, we're about to throw back over to that one with the Blues taking on the Barumbies. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.